Vegas sign. This is small sign, but yeah, made popular. And then this is called the Strip, and you have a lot of casinos, like starting with the Mandalay Bay on the side end of the Strip, and then you have the Venice with the Venetian with the Venice theme, gondolas, the Campanile, Paris with the Eiffel Tower, and this Opera Garnier and Arc de Triomphe, and Parisian vibe, and then Caesars with the whole Italy and Rome vibe, Colosseum and everything, the sculptures and great Italian sculptures and everything. And then Bellagio with the Lake Como, and Bellagio New York with the New York City vibe. And this side, so this is the start of the Strip from the south side, and this side we have the airport. It's called the McCarran Harry Reid International Airport, and this is like the general terminal. So Las Vegas, as you know, is an entertainment, casino, resorts, gaming, shops, and nightlife, and there are limousines going inside, and people are like partying and dancing and so on. And of course that's kind of the partying and entertainment way. And then of course the shops are like the shops are also like very exotic shops. I have seen a Cirque du Soleil shop, which deals with Serbia. I have seen a Michael Jackson shop besides the Mandalay Theatre in the Michael Jackson show and theatre. I had seen a cigar shop. I had seen where the cigars cost thousands of dollars. I had seen a Mont Blanc pen shop where there is Kennedy Mont Blanc pen, there is Marilyn Monroe, and the pens can cost 1.5 million. People can buy houses. And so all these very much exotic shops, and then there is this is a totally marvelous and amazing part of the world. So this is Las Vegas. Front of the Luxor Casino Resort in Las Vegas, and it's like based on the Egyptian theme, because the major casinos in Las Vegas are based on some of the themes, like Venetian is based on Venice, Paris is based on the Paris Eiffel Tower, Opera Garnier, and Arc de Triomphe. Then Bellagio is based on the Lake Como and Bellagio, and then Caesar's Palace is based on the Rome whole palace, so you have the amphitheater and all those stuff. So this is based on the Egyptian palace with the sphinxes and so on and all those stuff. And then there is also behind there is the obelisk, Egyptian obelisk, the famous. And then here we have the Mandalay Bay, which is also a prestigious resort, the Westin, and then this side is the Excalibur. So this almost Mandalay Bay almost marks the end of the Strip in a way. Strip runs broadly, roughly between Strat Hotel and the Mandalay Bay. So this is a spectacular Egyptian themed Luxor. Like everything, it's fantastic. Las Vegas, magnificent, marvelous, exotic Las Vegas. This is a tram. There's a small tram to Mandalay Bay as well. So this is in New York, and we see this kind of fort, And then you have MGM, and then this is the Excalibur Resort, and there is a Mandalay Bay that side. And this is Excalibur Resort. It's spectacular as well, like all other Las Vegas resorts.
Appreciate it.
We see the New York on this side, and the MGM recognizable with the gold lion, the Statue of Liberty, and then there is some tram to Mandalay Bay. We see some strange, some character. The tram to Mandalay Bay, we have to see what does this tram. This is like I got it. It's like it's called an automated people mover inside airports and some other strategic places. So this is just like, it's probably the controller, and then you have the monorail, and then you have two rails. It's probably not on wheels. Express tram to Mandalay Bay. The tram is coming. All these seems to be MGM properties. In Macau, generally the real estate and the property companies are distributed.
Please stand clear. The tram is accelerating. Please hold on to a handrail.
What do you sell for each?
Yeah, so for 2 adults, $39.
Source, Campanile.
Oh, there's a sphinx. You know the sphinx used to have
Sorry,
lights
not
in its eyes?
the obelisk, not the Campanile. Campanile is a bell tower. Obelisk.
Oh, yeah, you water, so this is
This is the Luxor resort, and this is the Mandalay Bay adjacent, yeah, and then we have the resort. So yeah, the Egyptian theme and yeah, the same thing. So on the other side is Excalibur, and of course we see the MGM, New York, and all these places. Luxor is the Egyptian theme, obviously the pyramids theme, and yeah, because if you stay in one of the rooms, then there'll be slanting windows, kind of. Yeah, so on the window side, yeah, you're seeing it. So baggage, Mandalay Bay, and then. So this is the entry to the Luxor, just the Egyptian, grand Egyptian theme, and there are also, you know, these kind of lions sitting in behind. So this is the Luxor. Egyptian theme at the Luxor. Then you have the so it looks King Tut's. Yes, I was looking for the King Tut's museum, the Tutankhamun's museum, and then this is the casino area. Then you have the details, like, you know, really detailed. Yeah, there's the water here, and then of course we're able to probably, you know, touch the Sphinx and, you know, the pharaohs. So the rooms are like this. Yeah, they slant towards the, you know, so some people may not appreciate it. Flight is, yeah, these Egyptian things, and, you know, these carvings that are in Luxor. What happened was they shifted the site upwards, and it was like a huge operation. I think they did it over 8 years or something, and then they shifted the both the, you know, Ramses and Nefertari's, you know, this temple and all those stuff upwards. It was a very challenging logistics operation in which many international people were involved. And this is, yeah, the casino area, and then yeah, we just see main part is, the main interest is the building and Luxor, right, and the Tutankhamun's. So this is how the Luxor. Yeah, this is how it is looking. It's looking slanting, and yeah, there we have the rooms that are slanting, and then, yeah, King Tut's museum. That's main important. We are in the Raider Nation. Yeah, I think this is where the shops are, probably in Luxor. So yeah, what is it? Diablo's Cantina. Diablo means the devil in Spanish. And yeah, we see the, you know, converging point of the Luxor. Yeah, these are Diablo store. This is a devil store.
well, when they were before they retired, I used to come here to Dallas a lot.
Yeah.
So the government.
Right?
You have a lovely day.
So Diablo, yeah, they have linked the devil, and here is the obelisk, inside obelisk. There is an obelisk outside also. Bodies, the exhibition. Oh, okay. Titanic artifact. Yeah, there are 3 things here. That's what I remember. And then, yeah, you have the King continuation in the King Tut's. I mean the Luxor resort. This is the Sphinx, and this is the obelisk. The obelisk inside the Luxor. Yeah, resort. So Luxor is wholly Egyptian themed. So there's a box office. There is there's something I don't know what it is. No backpacks, of course. Yeah, this is like the Blue Man Pass. Okay, I'll go somewhere. This is the Luxor Casino Resort in Las Vegas, and you see the obelisk. Luxor, they have created it with the Egyptian pyramid, pyramid scheme, and this is the obelisk inside the Luxor Resort, and that's like the rooms are slanting. So you when you are on the window side, you get a slanting window. So some people may not like it. And yeah, this is the Luxor, because in Luxor what they did was in original Egypt Luxor, right? They built the Aswan dams and they shifted the temple of Ramses and Nefertiti. So yeah, you have the Sphinx here, and then of course you have the box office. There are a few very interesting exhibitions and shows that go on here. Like one is called the King Tut's relics or artifacts, and then you have the Titanic artifact exhibition, which is based on the Titanic. I don't know what is it inside really, but probably they undersea they discovered some artifacts or something. And then the building itself is really very spectacular. A lot of stuff. There's a food court, of course, and then you have the box office for these the shows and this kind of stuff. You have and then there are a couple of shows that go on. It's called one is called Iron Man or something. It's called the Blue Man, and then there is one more show. There are a couple of more shows. So yeah, Las Vegas, because it's famous for these fantastic, magnificent buildings, the out of the world, mind-blowing buildings, right? You find these only in Las Vegas, and there's one more place in China called Macau, which is a replica of Las Vegas almost. Because you have the Venetian, the Parisian, the Paris is there, Venice is there. London is there. Here I don't see the London, but here the New York is so big. So these are like out of the world. Yeah, the shows are out of the world, like the Cirque du Soleil shows, and all those are like out of the world. You can't really get it anywhere on else. There is only one Las Vegas, one Macau, one Venice. That way, it's really very spectacular. The Titanic, the bodies. There is some bodies museum also. Probably they preserve the real bodies or something. There are two of them actually. One is in the Horseshoe Las Vegas. It's really good on it. So Las Vegas is a wonder of the world. This is the Luxor Resort with the Sphinx and the Pharaoh. There are a lot of sphinxes, and this is this is the obelisk in front of Luxor, and this is then the Mandalay Bay, and then interestingly there is a tram that goes in from this Excalibur Hotel to the Mandalay Bay. This is the surrounding of Luxor, the Luxor Hotel Casino, and the Westin is there behind, and then this is the Mandalay Bay. Yeah, this Mandalay Bay is almost the end of the southern end of the strip. You can consider it as most of the important things in the strip run between the Strat Tower and the Mandalay Bay. So Mandalay Bay marks almost the end of Then this is the Luxor, and then that's the that's the obelisk. Yeah, the famous Egyptian obelisk. Writing is Luxor on the Egyptian on either side, so it's that.
The video?
No, video horizontal is better. Front of the Luxor Casino Resort in Las Vegas, and it's like based on the Egyptian theme, because the major casinos in Las Vegas are based on some of the themes, like Venetian is based on Venice, Paris is based on the Paris Eiffel Tower, Opera Garni and Arbitrum. Then Bellagio is based on the Lake Como and Bellagio, and then Caesar's Palace is based on the Rome Whole Palace, so you have the amphitheater and all those stuff. So this is based on the Egyptian palace with the sphinxes and so on and all those stuff. And then there is also behind there is the obelisk, Egyptian obelisk, the famous. And then here we have the Mandalay Bay, which is also a prestigious resort. the Westin, and then this side is the Excalibur. So this almost Mandalay Bay almost marks the end of the strip in a way. You know, strip runs broadly, roughly between Strat Hotel and the Mandalay Bay. So this is a spectacular Egyptian themed Luxor. Like everything, it's fantastic. Las Vegas, it's magnificent, marvelous, yeah, exotic Las Vegas. Video, go. This is the Las Vegas Boulevard, also called the Strip. And this is the Egyptian themed Luxor, the pyramid. We show the black color. Then we see the Sphinx elevation. The Pharaoh. And there are a row of springs as well. Then there is a small monorail that goes from resort to this Mandalay Bay. This is a Mandalay Bay, and this is exactly Egyptian themed resort in which the Egyptian style. But there is a campanile here written as Luxor, and then everything is Egyptian style. And the inside is really very beautiful. Inside you have got the Titanic exhibitions where they probably found they went to the sea and got some of the relics from the Titanic. Then there is a King Tut's museum, Tutankhamun museum. I'll be going there. I exactly don't know what is inside, but Tutankhamun Tut's museum. And then there are of course the fantastic shows like other Las Vegas, the casino resorts. And Egyptian theme, like everything looks like you're inside the Egyptian feel of the Cairo, the Luxor, and those places. And it's really fantastic. You will see the big the Pharaoh on the Sphinx. Yeah. Yep. Called the Las Vegas Boulevard, or the Strip informally, and this is the road that contains all the fabulous and fantastic and exotic casino resorts. And there we see the Luxor resort. This is like Egyptian theme, the pyramid, the black color, and then the Pharaoh, and then there is a small monorail that runs between the Excalibur and Mandalay Bay on this side. Many of the resorts are like owned by the same company. They have different names and different themes, but they are owned by the same company. So Luxor is with the obelisk, and then you have the sphinxes there. You have the Pharaoh. You have the Great Pyramid. Inside the Great Pyramid are great things like there is a Titanic museum. There is a wherein they probably fetched some artifacts from the Titanic. They went deep into the sea. That's what I asked them actually. So did they really go into the sea? Yes, they said. And then there is one King Tut's Luxor tomb. I'll visit that, but I don't know what exactly is inside. And then there is one body museum. They preserve the body parts and describing each body part, and then a lot of things. And then inside the Mandalay Bay there is a Michael Jackson museum, and first time in my life I saw a Michael Jackson like a souvenir shop just beside the show where the theater and the show where it's held. So all exotic things here. Yeah. So Mandalay Bay, this is towards the southern end of the strip, and there just ahead is the Las Vegas sign, the famous Las Vegas sign, iconic one. And then of course this is a famous Luxor. Then there is a New York on that side as well. That's the New York theme, Manhattan buildings, the Chrysler building, and all the other Manhattan buildings. So that's total New York theme with also a roller coaster. There's also a roller coaster. Inside is a New York ride. So yeah, this is the part of the boulevard where we have these fantastic resorts, and here is the MGM, and behind is the airport. So this is Las Vegas. This is the Las Vegas Boulevard, or the Strip called informally, and there is a Mandalay Bay resort. It's a fantastic resort. There is a Michael Jackson show and a Michael Jackson shop inside the Mandalay Bay. Then this is the Luxor, the obelisk, and this is the Egyptian theme. The major casinos casino resorts have a theme with them, like Venetian has Venice, Paris has Paris with Eiffel Tower and Arc de Triomphe and Opera Garnier and Paris vibes, etc. And then Caesar's Palace has the Rome and theme, and then Bellagio has a Le Como theme, and then we also see a small tram that runs between these three resorts, which is the one Excalibur resort, which is kind of a fantasy land kind of thing. Then besides you see the New Yorker, the Manhattan buildings basically. Inside is a New York old, the classic New York old vibe that we have, the kind of restaurants, bodegas and so on. And so this is the New York, and New York, and just across there is a road in between, and from there this small tram runs between the Excalibur. This is the Excalibur, kind of a fantasy land kind of. There are two big buildings and a fantasy land in between, and all these major resorts have the common theme is in the lower end of the resort you have the lower floor you have the the casinos, the casino portion where you have a lot of tables and the lot of games, and then on the top are the the rooms, because people stay and they play the casino, and they family they go for shopping, and it's not just casinos in Las Vegas. There are shops, there are entertainment, and there are a lot of exotic shows and so on. And this is the Luxor resort. So Luxor, we see the obelisk really more closely now, and it's really fantastic. Inside the Egyptian is the Titanic Titanic museum or exhibition kind of, in which they fetched artifacts from the. You're also able to see the tram that just stopped in front of Luxor, and it's going towards Excalibur. It's just a small tram, just a few hundred meters. Running between this Excalibur, Luxor and the Mandalay Bay. Many of the resorts are actually held by the same owning or a holding company, and sometimes generally it happens is the land is with a one company, and they have some tax breaks and that kind of stuff to take advantage of the local rules and regulations. And this is the fantastic. You have the Pharaoh, you have the Sphinx, the whole Egyptian. They just brought Egypt to here. So that's the thing they did with other casino resorts. So they brought Venice to here, or Paris, or New York, or. So it's really this is the Egyptian theme with the Campanile, obelisk. The Pharaoh, Sphinx, everything. It's really fantastic. How they created this amazing resorts, casino resorts, and they're so nice actually. I don't know. It's really fantastic. It's just magic, created magic.
Stars?
Yeah, this is Las Vegas, the New York Manhattan kind of building. So that's called the New York. They created the New York theme with the Chrysler building and the Manhattan buildings, and this big building is called the Excalibur Resort, and then there is a tram that runs between. It's like a fairy tale with these two big buildings. There is one more on the other side, and the trams are running between the Excalibur Resort, and here is the Egyptian themed. We see the tram that runs between these three resorts, and then we see the Egyptian Luxor Resort with the big pyramid. And then the Pharaoh and the Sphinx, and if one has visited Egypt, then when we see Luxor, Luxor is just they represented. They got Luxor here, It's just like they brought New York here, or Venice or Paris, or Caesars. They brought the Italy and Rome here. So the pyramid, the Pharaoh, the obelisk with the Luxor written on it. So it's all the Egypt theme, and then on the other end is the Mandalay Bay that has the MJ, the Michael Jackson show, and the Michael Jackson shop as well. First time in my life I was seeing that. And then inside the Egyptian there is a Titanic museum, there is a human body museum, and then they said they preserve the human body and different parts of the body. Titanic museum, they said they got artifacts from the bottom of the sea and then preserved it. And then there is also King Tut's museum, which is like Egyptian mummy kind of museum. I don't know what's inside. I'm going there. So this is the three resorts, and then of course the New York with the Manhattan vibe, and inside is really Manhattan classic New York vibe. So this is this part of the southern part of the boulevard called the Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard called the Strip, and fantastic, fabulous Las Vegas. This is the tram connecting the three resorts. It's built on like a roller coaster somehow, and then there is a string inside. I was just trying to see how it looks when tram passes underneath. So I was just waiting for the tram is coming. tram. There we see the tram is coming. Yeah, that's the tram. And then we look when the tram exactly passes from underneath. How does it look? Yeah, the tram has just passed. So yeah, that's the Excalibur Resort. So this tram is between Excalibur Resort and this Egyptian themed Luxor with the pyramid and this Egyptian Luxor kind of wall sculptures, Luxor or Egypt or Cairo, they can say the old ancient culture of Egypt. And then the Luxor, the Campanile, the obelisk. With this, they how much imagine how much research they would have done to get Luxor or Egyptian theme here. So here in Las Vegas is the only place probably, or Macau, these places where you have these multiple places at one spot. Like in Las Vegas you have got Italy and Rome, and then Paris, Venice, New York, Egypt and Luxor all at one place. I mean, where in the world can you get and similarly in Macau you have got the Paris, London and Venice at one place. Macau doesn't have a New York as yet, or Egypt or this Caesar's Rome as yet. Yeah, but it's amazing to see. Yeah, so we have seen the tram and then the Luxor. And these fancy vehicles, limousines. Nighttime people are partying inside the limousines, and there are these Egyptian pillars and columns and those writings, and amazing. Everything is just amazing and fabulous in Las Vegas. This huge sphinx that we see here, and the pharaoh. There is a row of sphinxes just like in Luxor, which was the other place. Yeah, it was Luxor. The row of sphinxes in Luxor, right? So there is a row of sphinxes here. There are multiple rows, and then you have the huge, the pharaoh, and kind of all this stuff. Yeah, the sphinxes, pharaohs, all this. The Egyptian, they just got Egypt here. So we are entering the resort. The resort inside has many attractions, like a few museums, like the Titanic Museum. Then you have the where they said they ferreted some artifacts from the bottom of the sea to build the Titanic Museum. Then they have the Human Body Museum, in which they, from different human bodies, they have. I had seen one human body museum at the Horseshoe Las Vegas. Yeah, these people say that that is more artificial, but this is more natural. I really don't know much about. Yeah, but then we're entering the Egyptian, the Grand Egyptian inside, and it's really spectacular. I mean, can't really describe this. It's, yeah, Luxor, and it's amazingly spectacular, and yeah, with everything, and with the Grand Egyptian Luxor, and yeah, this is the entry to the Luxor. Everything looks so grand here. I mean, everything they have taken care from the smells and you kind of the wall paintings, kind of, yeah, what do you call this? Then this is how it looks inside the Egyptian. Even the bell desk, I mean, everything is taken care of. They have, in these resorts are so fantastic. I don't know. The reception desks, I mean, people are into the experience. So, yeah, the resort entry desk. This is like a because it's a pyramid. Inside is they just use this space for all these things. Yeah, but otherwise the main rooms are slanting, so you'll get a slanting view of the outside with the glasses and black tinted glasses. So this is what they created this for. Of course, the bottom part is a casino, like all other casino resorts. And then you have this King Tut's. I'm just going to King Tut's now. And then there is a Titanic themed. Yeah, continuing on the resort, the resort is really fantastic. Yes, you see the sphinxes and this with the water and sphinxes, and yeah, they just recreated Luxor here. Yeah, and if you see this, It's fantastic. Yeah, sphinxes. There are sphinxes outside. There is a whole row of sphinxes like in Luxor, original Luxor, yeah, Egypt Luxor. So they have so fantastically created this. I don't know. I mean, amazing. I don't know how they created this wall. Exactly, they were just matching like in the ancient Egypt. Oh man, this is amazing, really. I don't know how they recreated. This is the casino part of the resort. Of course, you have the sphinxes, and then we also go up. The resort is slanting, yeah. So the resort rooms are really slanting, and there is this. So the rooms will be slanting. The windows will be slanting, so to speak. Yeah, and then these amazing people have thrown coins inside. I don't know, some belief might be there that throwing coins brings good luck or something. And then you have this. You have this MGM river. This is a part of the MGM. Many resorts are owned by the same holding company, owner holding company. You see the bar there, and then the casino portion of the resort. And this is really fantastic. I mean, I can't really. Bodies exhibition is an exhibition where they say they exhibit the real human body parts. I mean, after doing all those chemical process and whatever process that they do. I really don't know much about that, how they do it, but. Then there is a Diablo's Cantina. Diablo means devil in Spanish. And this is a bar on top of that. And then you have the fantastic bar again, the Diablo's Cantina. It's so nice. I mean, this is really so nice. There are a lot of shows, and then King Tut's Titanic Bodies, Carrot Top, Fantasy, Playground. So many shows, and amazing. It's just. And then there's a Carrot Top Fantasy, and then you have the Pearl Factory. I don't know, so there's some displaying. You see the kind of attention to detail that they created the Luxor Egypt. You have the Pearl Parish, and then you have the buffet. See in the kind of details in the resort that they created. They recreated Egypt actually, and the Luxor and Cairo pyramids and all this stuff. If one has visited Egypt before, they will relate to almost every part of it. If they have seen that portions in detail, Luxor and what is that near the Aswan Dam, where they changed the location of the temple because it was flooded because of the Aswan Dam, right? Aswan High Dam. So if you see all those areas, I'm not getting the name of that place in Egypt. It's called Aswan itself, I believe. That place you need to go from Luxor. So Luxor has this, and then in Luxor they have that place. They have this temple of the Nefertiti and Ramses, and this is like the box office where they sell the tickets to the shows, Blue Man Group, Fantasy, and all these shows. And then this is we have just seen the obelisk outside. This is the obelisk inside. They have. The obelisk inside, and then with the sphinx and everything, bodies and Titanic, and this is a Titanic exhibition, and then this is a sphinx inside, and Titanic artifact. They got this from the bottom of the sea. So this is the Titanic artifact exhibition. So they use something. Probably they used something like this machine to go inside the sea or something, if I'm right.
Titanic, one of the world's most enduring stories. She permeates our collective consciousness. The name and the lure of her tragedy are everywhere around us. The Titanic was a technological wonder, a ship of unparalleled majesty.
So this is like the Titanic exhibition inside, and there are a lot of. This is probably the curio shop, and then. This is a fantastic Titanic museum. They say they ferreted artifacts from the bottom of the sea, so it will be interesting actually, just to see and.
Not to mention the risk of many lives. Cutting-edge technology.
You guys have any photos we'd like to look at? Have a good day. 7. And the 2 picture. Will this take picture?
Yes.
So you're gonna have 4 people.
You have to buy one of those bags,
This one?
the big bags with it?
Yes.
How much are
They're
they?
250 for the small one.
Can you give us one of those? Yeah. That way we can put all of our stuff in there?
How bad is it?
Okay. I'll pay for two.
It's not gonna be $16 and 70. Because back then, toothpaste just used for something compared to what you have to do. That was about it before you just get to the brush. Yeah. Yeah. I do have usually they use charcoal.
Oh, yeah, 'cause they are.
That's why back in the days too. It's kind of like that they crushed it and they let it and brush
They
off.
brush it? That's cool.
Have a good day now, guys.
So this exhibition has original. They got it from the sea.
What was that?
This
Yes,
exhibition
they are.
they got it
Actual
from.
artifacts that was recovered during the expedition.
When was that? Like, when James Cameron was making the movie or something?
No, this is opposite from the.
Hello, welcome in.
Is this for sale as well?
Well, you can go ahead and grab one.
This is the other part of the Luxor resort. Yeah, so it's fantastic. You have the Johnny Rockets, yeah, some of the Bonanos, New York Pizzeria, and so on. Yeah, it's part. Really fantastic institutes. And vitality, you get oxygen and I think some water or something that refreshes and revitalizes the body. And this is the again the obelisk, the Titanic, the King Tuts. This is a theater, yeah, and you see the kind of different kind of buildings and created. They just recreate everything. Yeah, it's fantasy show and Blue Man Group takes place somewhere else. And this is the way to the Mandalay Bay. So from here it's a direct connection. You have so many new shops again, like everywhere you have so many new Blue Man Group shop. So there is that. It's not open. So this is like a Blue Man Group is some mime show. They have the souvenir and the curio shop for this as well. So